but this is the sort of stuff that I'm passionate about.
Right.
This is the sort of stuff that I could talk all day about. And there's, I don't have, I guess, there's a lot of people like you, for instance, that have all this scientific knowledge about everything. Like this muscle does this and connected to that, and the reason why this body part moves this way is because of this, that, this, and this, and the nerve that comes out of here goes with it. You know what I'm saying? So like, even like down to the molecular level of the human muscle and all that, and like supplements molecularly work because of this, and the chemistry of this and that. Like, I don't know a ton of that stuff, but what I do know is I've been doing this for 25 years, and my body is not this like superior whatever. It's just a body that's got some decent genetics that I have paid attention to what it needs and how hard I can push it and what things feel like. And I think that a lot of people, if you just like pay attention to yourself, I think that's a big part of it. Maybe you don't need to know the science behind stuff. Maybe that's why there's other people who know the science that maybe their genetics aren't as good, but maybe they can tell you, okay, so like if you took so many milligrams of this per day, you would be able to recover X amount faster and yada, 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 whatever. Well, those people know that stuff. I know how to train really hard, and I know how to push people really hard, but I know how to feel happy doing it.
Right,
you know what I mean?
And how to keep people coming back.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. A lot of people, what's their coachability like?
Right.
Hani Rambod talks about that a lot when he trained Jay Cutler and he trained Phil Heath, was what's their coachability? Mm-hmm. Can I even coach them? Will they listen to me? Yeah. Are they going to come back after I destroy them?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because I've had clients in the past, and this is usually like competitors and stuff like that, but I used to do a lot of contest prep with competitors out of town, that sort of stuff, and I had a lot of people quit, and a lot of people like to talk crap.
They just don't have the heart for it.
Well, I mean, it's an extreme sport. You have to be extreme, and you have to be
slightly
regimented.
Narcissistic.
You do,
I mean?
and you got to be OCD about it. And when I say that I need for you to do this thing, well, now you're not, or not eat this thing, or now you are. So now you got to do more cardio.
Right.
Well, it's killing me to do all this cardio. Then fucking stop eating this. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like exercise bulimia we got to do here, because you won't stop putting too much in your mouth. Mm-hmm. If I say to weigh it, I mean weigh it. Don't eyeball it, because you just ate too much or you ate too little.
Right.
I mean, so it's all the little details that are part of the whole picture.
Right. And that's what we've talked about with your training methods and how we operate is like, I pull up the workout and I'm just like, well, that's what it says. It says do front plate raises with 45. It doesn't say try a 35. It says fucking do it. Yeah. You're going to do a 5-weight superset, like you're going to fucking do it. You paid for the program. And my biggest thing is if I don't do it, who will?
Right.
If I'm not doing it, who's going to do it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, do I want to do abs? Fuck no.
Right.
Do I want to do cardio? No. But it says like you got to do it.
Yeah.
So now I'm busting out cardio 5 days a week. We're doing abs. We're getting his baby calves up.
Oh,
just little things like
cute.
that. You know what I mean?
That's cute.
We don't want to do that shit, but we have to.
I'm 6'3", so.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, yeah.
Yes, so there's a reason.
His tibia and fibia are like 2.5 feet long. So, you know what I mean?
It's a little harder.
But he doesn't want to do it, but he wants to because he wants that look.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to go through the pain in the process, but that's the process to get to where you want to be. So we just shut up and lift.
Yeah.
And so it really comes from having heart and that mindset. Like even being competitive with yourself. I want to be better today than I was yesterday.
Absolutely.
If I can lift 5 more pounds today than I did yesterday or last week. And that's what's nice with the training, the app you use, I can document it. Now I'm going back and redoing these programs you've prescribed for me and I've done. Every week I'm showing him every day 5 to 7 new PRs.
Yeah.
My lifts are going up, my reps are going up,
Yeah.
my max volume's going up. And it's because I'm pushing it. I can see what I did. Okay, I'm going to add 10 pounds. And sometimes he's like, bro, you're leaving me behind. I'm like, I have to push it. I have the documentation.
Right.
If I don't, who will?
Well, I mean, that was for me, my whole entire training style. Well, there's lots of different training styles, but mentality during training is, okay, just say you deadlift, and we deadlifted every week, whatever it was. I know that I did that weight last week, and I got it for, say, 4 sets of 10 or whatever. Like, why am I going to keep with the same weight?
Right.
Like, you can't grow doing the same thing all the time. You do it 2 weeks in a row, your body's already used to it. Right. So you got to change it again.
Right.
So for me, it would be like small incremental changes. Now, I'm not doing like micro weights, but it might be going up 2.5 to 5 pounds on each side or whatever. But that little change made the difference this week, so now I'm sore again.
Yeah, or even sometimes when you can't even up the weight, rest a little bit less.
Yeah.
Like I think that and I think that that's also really cool about. It's weird because the way that me and John even like really started training together, it was like very like, hey bro, you wanna come back?
You wanna train with me?
I was wearing like my enhanced athlete headband one day, and he was like, bro, that dude Tony Huge, you know, he's like talking about enhanced athlete and all that crazy gear shit. And I was like, and that's how it started. It was just like purely organic, and then it was like, hey man, maybe we can help each other. You know what I mean?
You didn't say that?
No. He wanted to ride my motorcycle.
On the back.
Yeah. So it just happened organically, and then like, you know, I've just been riding solo for years, and now that, like you said, having that spotter to push you a couple extra reps, knowing like,
I'm telling you,
this weight's not going to kill me, he's going to save me.
Yeah.
So people who train by themselves because they think that's the only way to train, solitary, in their head, whatever, music going, blah, 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 you will never reach your full potential training by yourself. You can't.
Right.
Someone has to push you past your like, whatever your max is, and I'm not saying max weight, but whatever that point of failure is, someone else has to push you past that. You can't do it yourself.
And that's how it is with us. Like, like we're subconsciously competing against each other.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, just a little bit. And then not even that, just pushing each other. Like, bro, I know you got more reps. Keep it pushing. Yeah. You know, don't stop. Don't stop. And
even if you're having a bad day or you're having a bad day, but he's having a killer workout, it's motivating to you to have the same level.
Exactly.
I came here on Tuesday, and I was smoked.
Yeah.
Like, what was it, Wednesday?
Both. You were just looking dead inside. I mean, like, he was just drained, and I was like, bro, you good? And he was just like, man, let's just lift.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, let's just lift. We won't film. Let's just get it in.
Yeah.
And it was a good.
We blazed through it in like an hour.
It was a good lift. We have, and this is, I guess it kind of sounds more about talking about us, but the good thing is like, we both have strong points in our lifts, and how we can react to certain things, or even like our previous training experience, or how we do certain things. So it's been really cool to like have someone there that's like-minded, that our strength levels are pretty close in some things, and in other things I'm like, damn man, I can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's
like,
like,
we got the same mindset. Like, we're both, you know, military veterans.
Yeah.
So we both got that, I don't give a fuck, we're just gonna fucking do it kind of thing, you know. So like, being on that same wavelength with your gym partner is, I've never had a long-term gym partner, so
it's a big deal though.
And then we have you also, so it doesn't.
When I'm like, let's do more weight on the
And now you're telling us you're all OCD and judgmental about form. I'm in my head. I'm like, oh, it's my form. Now I'm thinking like the other day, like my form was a little soft.
The other day I was a little sloppy, but it's cool. Whatever.
You know, you should be calling me out. So talking about what's the next 20 years look like? You know, like do you have a vision now for the future of the gym now that it's so well established?
So, you know, like for me, I've always wanted the gym to be something that was multifaceted, right? Where multiple businesses come together to make not necessarily a training complex, but ish, right? We've got T-Bone CrossFit in here, and those guys do something completely different than what any of us do, right? And before, like, everybody's sort of segregated, right? Yeah. CrossFit has its own thing, weight training has its own, and then, like, you know, powerlifting has its own gym. I would absolutely love, and I'm not saying it can't be in different sections of the gym, because they're dropping stuff all over the place, and that makes me want to, like, shoot myself. Like, I can't stand when people drop my stuff, right? But that's what theirs is made for. That's part of their training style. Right. So for me, a dream would be to have CrossFit, us, a powerlifting business, And I mean, I don't know, maybe like somebody who just brings in like yoga.
Yeah.
Or some kind of
Yeah.
studio sort of setting or whatever. So you've got
Yoga's a
all
thing.
these different aspects of,
Fitness.
plus you've got maybe a great massage therapist, or you've got somebody who does some sort of sports therapy sort of
Sports
stuff.
medicine, yeah.
You know,
if you ever start that.
I'm just, so if somebody's moving,
Yeah, I know, right?
then
Yeah.
what?
We haven't covered it, but with like the tires and the sleds out back too,
Yeah.
you know, like we'll have to show that on a video, but like you don't see that a whole lot, especially in the
Right.
heat. People out there just busting their
Yeah.
ass at 100 degrees,
So,
swinging the sledge or
but
something.
even like like MMA style training, something like that. Like if there was like individual businesses all in one, where today you want to go try CrossFit, cool. You go try it. You hate it, you love it, whatever it is. Then we're all kind of like,
or even
working
just
in
incorporate that
conjunction.
into bodybuilding. Like that's, instead of getting on the treadmill or stair climber, there's your little bit of cardio.
Yeah.
You know, you're
Yeah.
doing HIIT for 30 minutes. That's all you
Right.
need because it's so intense.
Right.
Or, I'm a little stiff. I'm going to do the yoga side. I'm going to get a massage today
Yep.
after I lift.
Yeah.
Or before whatever. So, I mean, that's
to
so
me,
perfect.
that would be amazing. And there are, in this area, so like, the scary thing for a gym this size, like we're 12,000 square foot, it's kind of middle of the road, right? There's some small mom and pop places here, but there's a lot of corporate
There's
stuff.
the national chains are coming in.
Yeah, right? So that's where it gets real scary. And I know that when one of the chains came in, 2 small businesses closed down.
Damn.
Sucks.
What's nice though is your mom and pop is just incomparable in prices to some of the national chains.
Correct.
Some of the national chains, Anytime Fitness, is 2 times as much as I'm paying.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I don't get as much out of that gym. Sure, it's 24 hours, but if you plan your day accordingly and you're dedicated, you can find time in a staffed
Normal hours.
normal hours.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what's really nice too, is finding that happy medium with what you supply and how much it costs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
that's a really great part of it.
I will also say that there's something to be said about like, even, and it sounds goofy and it sounds funny, but these, right?
Yeah.
We see if we see someone, because we come here every day at a very specific time. So there's a lot of people in this gym that we just plain don't know, right?
Right.
'Cause we don't come here in the afternoon. But you see somebody in one of these, it means something a little. You know what I mean? Because we're all a part of.
It's like a family.
Exactly.
We're wearing the family reunion shirt.
Yeah,
Right.
I was
It's
at a
not-
family function in San Antonio, and there's some other people from Angelo over there, and they were like, "Oh, you go to the fitness zone?" Because I was rocking my shirt. And I'm like, "Yeah, of course, man. Like, come on in." I've always wanted to try it. I'm like, "Yeah, Bonny Priest runs it. Check her out. Come on in.
That's
if you want to get a work." And they're like, "Oh, right on, dude. Yeah, we hear about that place all the time." And,
That's cool.
just something like that, like 3 hours away.
Yeah.
Oh.
And for me, like, I would love for the place to grow, but I don't want it to end up. I don't want it to end up like some of the really big gyms where it's like insanely packed, and we start getting in. Not that that's the wrong kind of people, but the kind of people that maybe we wish weren't necessarily here.
People who are just more dedicated.
Well,
You
I
know what
want
mean?
everybody to get along. I don't want anybody to feel like somebody's bullying them or whatever. Like, there's no reason for any of that.
Right.
If you're on something, you do your thing. Share equipment. Holy
Right.
crap! Just because I'm on it doesn't mean you can't
You
use
can't
it.
work in with me. Come on.
You know, like, to me, that sort of like, would you share with your family? I hope so.
Right.
So that's what we're all supposed to be. We're all here supporting each other.